There we go. That's what we're looking for. Oh, hang on. Okay. That's what we're looking for? No, that's not what we're looking for, is it? That's what we're looking for. Everything good? I think everything's good, guys. Think everything is good. Let me check some. I've just got to check something in OBS to make sure that things are. Yep, that's correct. That's what we want. Okay, we are good. Let me change my input on my monitor. We'll hit the magic start this game button. Oh boy, get a lot of hissing through these headphones. It's because of the fact that I have to pardon me. It's because of the fact I have to run the audio from the PS4 through my monitor, and my monitor's headphone output is terrible. So there's always this slight hiss in the background of the monitor audio. So yeah. Anyway, just been watching the Game Awards, which I regret sincerely because it was a complete waste of everybody's time. The Game Awards are a thing that you should just wait till they're finished and then watch all the trailers on YouTube. Or just sit there and watch your Twitter, and when everyone goes through it on Twitter, go look for the trailer on YouTube, because they're usually up on YouTube at the same time they're revealed there. There were a couple of interesting things, though, I thought, at the Game Awards. Bayonetta 1 and 2 coming to Switch, and then Bayonetta 3 being announced, so I guess we now know what the previously unannounced Platinum title for Switch was, dashing my hopes that it was going to actually be a Platinum-developed Sin and Punishment game. But that's fine. I'll take Bayo 3. Oh, this is good coffee. Oh crap, I should have some Tim Tams. Why don't I have Tim Tams? Give me a moment, guys, I need Tim Tams. Right, I have Tim Tams. Get my headphones back on, and we should be good to go. Sorry about that. Where's my controller? There it is. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I needed Tim Tams, is what I needed. Okay, so the other thing that happened in Game Awards, which relates specifically to this game, is this game didn't win anything. And that's, I find that pretty disappointing. I think this game should have won at least something. Hey, good. Look, the problem with this game, I've been saying this for a while. The problem with this game is it had the misfortune to come out the same week as Breath of the Wild. And Breath of the Wild is a phenomenally good game. That's right, we're going to do Secret at the Gates, so we've got to go up there and do these corrupted zone things. Breath of the Wild is a phenomenally good game. It is, straight up, unquestionably a better game than this. But that's not to say that this is a bad game. Horizon is a magnificent game as well. It's possible for multiple games to be really good. Even in comparison to each other. Like, there's... It's the thing, like, this could be a 9 out of 10 game. In fact, I would say this is a 9 out of 10 game. Breath of the Wild is a 10 out of 10 game. Now, a 9 out of 10 game is still a brilliant game. Still going to be one of the best games you'll play in a year. Right? 10 out of 10 games don't come along every year. Right? There are years where 10 out of 10 games don't happen. Right? I think Edge Magazine, back when Edge Magazine was still good, it used to... Okay, what do I actually need to do here? Back when Edge Magazine was still good... no, sit down. It was notorious for never giving 10 out of 10s to anything. It gave... I think its first 10 out of 10 was for, I believe the stealth thrust, yeah. Yeah, so we've got to kill all of these things. Now, corrupted machines are always vulnerable to fire, as I recall. Yeah. Oh, crap, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to... Oh, wrong button. Hang on.
Flames burn stronger than usual. The flames, they're burning it.
Yes, the flames do burn it. That's correct. I need to get to safety, which I'm not going to do by going that way. Okay. Yeah, so Edge gave Ocarina of Time, which incidentally is also a Zelda game, its first 10 out of 10. I think it was one of the, maybe not the first, one of the first 10 out of 10s. Don't I have... I do. I was going to say, I tried pressing that button before and it didn't work. There we go. That... Wow, that went on fire a lot. So this is what that multiple arrows thing gets you. You can fire 3 arrows and it will actually, I believe... Oh, wow. Oh, ow. Ow. They're exploding everywhere. But that's what that multiple arrows are telling me. Oh, yeah, let's stay out of the corruption there. That's bad. What's also bad is not having full health, so I'll just heal. I need medicine. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's actually that whole zone cleared. Nice. Now I'm going to level up, which is also nice. So grab those. I'll check my skill points in a sec, but I'm pretty sure I'm saving up for stuff at the moment, so I may not need to spend it this turn. Let's check my skills. I've got 1 skill point, and I'm going to need... We're going down to get Tinker, and I'm going to need 6 more, so I need 3 for that, then 3 for that. Okay, that's fine.
Find a way to use it someday.
Well... Where's the other one? Also, one thing about... Okay. Okay, there we go. Is it really that far away? The other corrupted zone is... Oh, wow, it's all the way over there.
Back to your business.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I did this one because it didn't seem all that far away on the map. But apparently it's a lot further than I thought. Anyway. Yeah. Ocarina of Time was one of the first 10 out of 10 games Edge ever gave. And then it was a long time before they gave their second one. I think it was Halo was the second 10 out of 10 game. Or was it something else? But anyway, the point is, Edge used to give 10 out of 10 games. See, Edge's philosophy back then, and it's not, I guess it's not so much their philosophy now, but back then their philosophy was very much that the scores they gave should be considered as categories rather than scores. So each number actually represented a... I think this guy might need to kill him. Each number represented a sort of category, and so they would say like, and they try to use the full scale of 10. So so for them, a 5 was an average game. It was deadly average. 6 above average, 7 was good, 8 was great, 9 was brilliant, one of the best games you'll ever play. And at the time, they would often joke that, are you a good person or a bad person? Oh, you're not brave, you're fine, you'll be fine. Yeah.
The sacred land is my home. I never want to leave.
And at the time, they would jokingly refer to a 10, a game they gave a 10 to, as a Miyamoto game. In the sense that it was developed by Miyamoto or held to Miyamoto's, very high quality standards that he had for a lot of his games back then. Anyway, because of that classification, let me just make sure that guy goes away. Because of that approach, Edge very rarely gave 10 out of 10s to anything, so when they first did give a 10 to Ocarina of Time, it was a big deal. And I've always personally subscribed to that kind of philosophy where a score should be considered a category, whether you're using a 5-star rating or a 10 out of 10 rating. Which, incidentally, 5-star ratings and 10 out of 10 ratings. If you're using half stars, a 5-star rating is a 10 out of 10 rating. And I'll let you in a little secret. If you ever write for a game's website, and you want to know why it uses star rating instead of out of 10 ratings, even though it uses half stars, it's what publishers prefer. publishers in general like it when a website gives... I'm going to try and sneak around these guys. Like a website to give games a minimum of 7 out of 10 or 3 stars. Now, if you do the math, you'll know that 3 stars is a lower score than 7 out of 10, because if you're using half stars, 7 out of 10 is... we're just going to spook these guys if we aggro them, so that's fine. Yeah, so 3 stars is 6 out of 10, but 7 out of 10 is 3.5 stars on if you combine those scales. So it's a bit weird, but publishers apparently do prefer to use star rating systems. Which is kind of why I guess a lot of big sites, well, not so much big sites, I mean a lot of small sites, like the site I write for, we actually switched to a star rating system for this reason. Because it allowed us to get games, get review code for games in a way that we wouldn't have been able to otherwise. But yeah, publishers definitely prefer that. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying before. Ocarina of Time is a 10 out of 10 game. Breath of the Wild, sorry, is a 10 out of 10 game. And that means it's a game that, using Edge's old sound, I don't think Edge really adhered to their standard anymore. I think they've evolved it. But I still like it, personally. I still wish they did adhere to it. Because Edge is still around. They're still publishing and everything, which is great, actually, because Edge, I think, it's really important to have Edge around, I think. And they still do good work. Like, if you pick up Edge today, it's still a decent magazine to read. It's just bloody hard to find if you don't live in an area that has regular magazine distribution. Am I bypassing a small settlement town type area here? I feel like I am. Get up there, Eloy. There we go. This must be the path we should have been coming along now. This looks like the corrupted area now.
The Forsaken Village.
Oh, right, yes. I know where we are. Yeah. So yeah, this is, there's actually a campfire here too, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. While we're here, I'll also gather some more fire arrows. Try and make our way through the water here. So what I'm trying to say is that in any other year, Horizon Zero Dawn might have come out to Game of the Year awards every time, right? And I don't doubt that. I'm probably going to rank... I actually have to do a Game of the Year ranking soon for the website I write for. And I'm probably going to rank this as number 2 or number 3. I haven't fully decided yet. Oh no, I don't want shock arrows. Freaking fire arrows, damn it. I do apologise for swearing. I try not to swear in my streams. Like, I do swear a bit. I try not to swear in my streams as much as possible, but I might occasionally just let something slip through. So just be aware of that. I don't want to like say my streams are not safe for work, but I might occasionally drop a swear word here. I don't want to be, you know, Maximilian or anyone like that. Oh, that was a lot of damage. I might as well stay up stealth now, so okay, so how much damage does that fire actually do? It's not going to kill it, is it? Anyway, so in any other year, this game would have been... Oh. Too. I think that thing will die. Really got corruption there. Problem when you get hit by enemies with corruption is you get the corruption debuff, which, as you see, is a slow burn health loss. Oh, wow. Stop doing that. That should actually kill it. Oh, not quite. That killed it.
I've done what I can to cleanse this valley of corruption. Time to see if the Carja fort will let me pass over the
Oh,
mountains.
this was actually the main quest I should have been following. I don't actually want to do this quest yet. We've still got the other main quest to get through at some point. I just want to get all the loot around here. But yeah, this year Horizon had the misfortune of coming out in the same week, in fact, as Breath of the Wild. And as I said, Breath of the Wild is a better game in a lot of respects. And I think that... I don't think there's any argument that... There is, of course, a giant elephant in the room. And in fact, a giant elephant in the room that I noticed when I watched the Game Awards. I didn't watch all the Game Awards, so maybe it did get mentioned later. When I was watching the Game Awards, it didn't seem to get mentioned at all. And that is a giant Nier Automata-shaped elephant in the room. And Nier Automata is a very good game. But it's doing different things to both Breath of the Wild and Horizon Zero Dawn. I think, actually, I mentioned in the last video, actually, I talked about Horizon Zero Dawn. I talked about it being a game where... what am I doing here? Sorry, I'm trying to focus on doing two things at once. So, Revenge of the Nora is actually where we need to go now. And that is all the way over there. So that's going to be a long trek. But we're going to do that now. Oh, jeez, that's a long trek. That's fine. You know, I've got some time to travel. And I can talk while I'm traveling. So that's fine. Look at that water. But yeah, so Nier Automata is also a really brilliant game. And it's probably why this isn't going to be my second game of the year. Like, Breath of the Wild, Nier Automata, this, Mario Odyssey. I haven't fully decided if I like this more than Mario Odyssey. I think I do. Mario Odyssey and... Oh, jeez, I can't even think of what the fifth game I'd fill it out with. Neo, maybe? I really like Neo. Persona 5 is an interesting one too, I suppose, because Persona 5 did come out in the West this year, but did release in Japan last year. I think it's August or September 2016, so... It's always hard, I think, with a game like that.
Maybe there's a way to override them, but where would I find it?
Yeah, we've got to do that cauldron too. I haven't done that yet. In fact, I think that's a side quest we've got at the moment, isn't it, that cauldron? Hang on a second, let me get past those guys so they don't aggro. And I'm going to take a quick one. I'm going to dive into that stealth grass over there, actually. Let me dive into the stealth grass. And then, I know the game pauses, whatever. Side errands, cauldrons. Ah, right. Okay, we should definitely do that. So where's that going to take us now? It's going to take us not quite as long, because where we need to go for that other quest is there. That's the metal ring that they're talking about. So that's where that quest would take us. This quest is taking us a little bit further in. And I think we should do this first, because the cauldrons are really, really worth doing. I'm actually going to try and keep on this path for the moment, though. And get past those watches, that'd be great. I might try and take those things down, actually. You going to come over here? You are going to come over here. What a good little watcher. Let me override you. So overriding watches has the benefit of causing other watches to attack them. And they effectively fight for you. And what that means is you don't have to worry about having to deal with watches, which is really nice. Especially when you don't have any medicine like I do right now. We should be able to get away here. Try and grab as much medicine as I can on the way, because I'm running low on it.
I'll tuck that away.
So, I'll use as much of it as I can to heal as well. And we'll try and shoot that fox too. I do want the meat from the fox, and actually I want bones from them too, because that's what you use to build the pack upgrades. How am I going with carry capacity upgrades at the moment? These are all... Okay, so I've got all of the ones I can have at the moment. Okay. I've got all the ammo things that I can cast, and all that stuff. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, so Nier Automata is... where am I supposed to be going here? I am supposed to be going this way. Okay. Oh, whoa. Hang on. Why is that guy saying? And like I say, Nier Automata I think is doing different things to... Oh, geez, that's quite a problem. Is doing different things to... hang on, let me shoot you. These are just those guys. to both this game. Like, this game's very much a Zelda-style adventure, I think, in a lot of ways. Those guys should run away. I should bolt, if I can. I should just run. Yeah, I should definitely run. Eventually you'll be able to override these guys too. I'll use that to heal up. I need to get out of here, because that guy's going to be again. Looks like we may have hit the end of his leash, which is handy. Very handy. I'll grab some bridge wood while we're here. We'll go this way. Need some medicines too. Anyway, yeah, this is a very Zelda-ish game, I think, in a lot of ways. Okay, I have the bare minimum of health. So I'll just try and fill our medicine pouch. Probably a really good idea to have it full before we get to the cauldron too, because the cauldron can be quite tough. I am a little bit out-leveled for it. It's level 8 and I'm like level 12. But the final bosses in the cauldrons are actually pretty challenging most of the time, so I would like to get as much medication as I can, as much health as I can, I guess. It's mostly a direct conversion from medicine to health. Oh, you know what I forgot to do while I was back in the village? I think I forgot to light the bonfire that's there. Which is foolish. I might have forgotten. Not sure. Okay, we're on our way north now. So the cauldron's up around here. Anyway, yeah, giant Nier Automata-shaped hole in the Game Awards. I was very surprised that it didn't get... I don't think it got nominated for anything, did it? Might have been nominated for something, but I don't know what. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, I don't think it got much in the way of nominations at all. This must be that section of the track that goes that way. So I must have to go up and around here. Is that correct? It is correct, yeah. And then that way, yeah. Okay. Probably no need to sneak here. Oh, pardon me. But yeah, Nier Automata is more of an action game rather than the sort of adventure that this game promises to be, or that Breath of the Wild is as well, where these are very much these sort of grand adventure games. I think what's really interesting about both games too, and I know this game has sold reasonably well, like, aside from the fact it sort of gets forgotten a little bit, I think, because of when it came out. I believe it has sold reasonably well. Like, it's probable there's eventually going to be a sequel. I know the Frozen Wilds, I believe, is going to be the only expansion for it. There's not going to be another expansion after that. But I believe... I have a strong suspicion that there will be a sequel. Probably not for a couple of years. But this game feels like it's done well enough that it should get a sequel. And besides, it's got strong enough. Like, this game has beginning of franchise written all over it. Where it's the first game in what will be a ongoing series. I think Aloy is a strong enough character. She could certainly carry for a few games. Or, you know, they could take the route where we have a different main character in the next game. It takes place in a, you know, different time period. Maybe it's Aloy's daughter that we're playing as, or something like that, you know?
That's a machine I
or
can't
someone
override.
Aloy knows, like one of the children we've encountered in this game, or that we will encounter in this game. I'm just gonna give these guys a wide berth, if I can. Which, of course, means having to swim through the river. That's fine. Oh no, it's not that deep. Cool. I'm getting near to that factory now. How am I going on medicine? I'd like to have another bar if I could. Oh, it does occur to me though, there is actually a pretty strong item you can pick up in those cauldrons too, a medicinal item, so... The other thing about it's probably going to be too bad that we're short on medicine, but I'll still try and grab as much as I can. Because the more I have now, the better off I am going in. We'll try and get this cauldron knocked over today. I think that's a pretty good goal for the day. Try and get the cauldron done. Look at the sun coming up on the hills over there. How good's that? Now, sometimes the cauldrons are guarded by relatively tough enemies. Yeah, there's a... What are you? You're a scrapper. Okay. Later on, there's cauldrons that are guarded by, like, invisible freaking guys and stuff like that. But this isn't the cauldron, no. Oh, no, the cauldron is here. We've just got to investigate the story, so we've got to look for... that? Okay, I guess it just wants us to go that way. Yep. Cool. I'm gonna sneak past as much of these guys as I can.
This must be the cauldron Drow was talking about. There's gotta be a way in, somehow.
Oh, that was meant to be a silent strike. Why did you... No! Oh, this is the problem. This is not what we wanted. I love that you get these tells, these noise tells with these guys too. Scrappers are... very good. And very good. So I'll try and knock this cauldron over. That seems like a good idea. Pick all that stuff up. And yep, let's override the cauldron entrance. Nice work. So this is the first point where you really know that something else was going on, that there's this more modern technology around than what society is. This is the first point where you get, like, I mean, you can see it in those words and stuff, but the cauldrons show you that there's still functional versions of that around. They look great too, these places. They're very cyberpunk. Now, I mentioned before that there's an item in here. I'm just gonna, yeah, that's... I think that's it. No, this is just a loot crate, I think. Sorry, a supply crate. Better pick the right terms.
The metal, the light.
The metal and the light.
It's like this entire place is part of some
Look
huge
how good this
machine.
place looks.
But who made it?
Okay.
That thing looks like a triangular pipe. What's it for?
So this area does give you a tutorial on well, it didn't really work out. Oh, is there another one? There's another one. I need to... Okay, that guy's here. Oh, there was a third one. I got him? Got them all. Okay. But yeah, this area is kind of a tutorial for how cauldrons work and what they do. I don't think this will let us. I think it'll let us override the grazer type enemies. I forget their name. But probably not the swordsmiths, I don't think.
I wonder where.
Ultimately, once you unlock everything, there's only 2 enemies that can't be overridden. So, yeah, and those things, those mushroom things that I just picked up there, those are the things I was talking about with regards to healing. So, keep an eye out for those if you can. These cauldrons are basically sort of mini dungeons you can do. And they were built... Well, they were clearly built sometime by something. And as you can no doubt tell, they were built into caves and other areas, other sort of internal areas. sure I can get up here, can't I? No, it doesn't look like I can, although I'm pretty sure I saw... Oh, no. Okay. I thought for a moment I'd seen something up that way, but I hadn't. Anyway, the cauldrons are where, I guess, the machine robot guys come from. So, these are what make the machines, which I guess is why I can go in here and override them. I'm pretty sure that's not a spoiler to say that this is where the machines get made. I mean, it seems like it's pretty obvious that they would be, given these are functioning manufacturing facilities. And the machines need to be manufactured because they sure as hell can't reproduce any other way. Oops. Oh, right.
That thing near the gap. What does it do?
The override mechanics are one of my favourite things in this game. Especially because they do actually come up with a lot of really cool ways to use it. Like, it's not just about overriding the animals and stuff like that. There's also little things you can activate by doing it, and obviously you got to get into the cauldrons by doing it, all that stuff. As far as cauldrons go too, this one is probably the least complex to get through. Some of them have some pretty cool puzzles to work out before you can proceed. And they're all pretty linear, so... Like most things in this game though, there's no... oh, there are internal maps for the cauldrons. How did I not know that? You know what? I just discovered there are internal maps for the cauldrons that I didn't know about. I didn't realise there were internal... Oh, but no, it does make sense, because there are internal maps for most of the other dungeons, aren't there? Yes. And in fact, the really neat thing with that is you have this floor down, floor up thing on the map, so... That's your world map if you want it, and then you've got your internal cauldron map, which I don't think is 3D though. Yeah, a lot of the there's quite a few areas in the game that are essentially just sort of dungeons in terms of how they function, and this cauldron's one of them. And we'll get to some of the other ones that are like this are the ruins areas as well. For whatever reason, I didn't realise that these... I guess I've never needed to use a map in here.
Might be able to take me somewhere.
I guess, yeah, I never really needed to use a map in here, so I've never had to worry too much about that. I should fill my medicine pouch. Okay.
Might regret this. That's true. Machines are built in these places.
Yeah, neat.
But why?
Aloy just straight up says it. Hey, remember in Half-Life 2 when you have to do this?
So how do I get inside?
I think there is a point where we actually get off this, but I can't remember if it's automatic command. Or does this just loop around? No, I'm pretty sure we have to get off eventually.
I've gone as far as this thing will take me.
Yep. Okay, so we ought to get off. Go to the cauldron core. Okay. Well, let's go along this thing so I can get over here. Conveniently, even in here, the colour yellow is used to indicate where you should probably go. Hey, dickhead. I got ya. You're mine now. I might need to get up over there. So those two machines are probably going to have to fight. with this guy. See, the other thing with the overriding is that there is a cooldown. Oh, hello. Let's just stay out of everyone's way here. Hey, look at that thing we haven't seen before. Well, as long as they're busy fighting each other, they're not noticing us. Look at this place. Look how good this place looks. We don't go that way. Look at that, though. Look at that cool thing. So, of course, the question then becomes, why are these places here? Why are the machines being built? What's the purpose of all of this, ultimately? And that will get answered. Let's not panic too much about not knowing what's going to happen. This game's good in the sense that it does give you pretty much all the answers to everything. But I don't think there was anything I felt was left ambiguous in this game. Maybe I'm wrong, but I did feel the story wrapped itself up very well. Don't need those. Am I going to need to take another ride, or can I just go this way? I feel like I can just go this way. Oh, hello. Well, the answer to that question is, let's do this. And then go up here. And around up this way. Check my phone, just briefly. There we go, put that back. Yeah. Oh, override that. Oh, sit up in my chair a bit. Some coffee while this plays out. Oh, it's gone cold. It hasn't gone that cold. It's gone lukewarm. That's what it's gone. Ooh, That Z fighting, though. It's actually unusual. This game, I found playing it is actually very stable, very bug-free. Actually, like there's not a lot of issues I had. I think occasionally there would be like weird animation glitches and stuff like that. But in general, I didn't have a problem playing this game at all. And I certainly don't remember having crashes. I know there were a few bug fix patches as the game came out, and they did fix some crashes and a few other bits and pieces. Through the game, but I don't remember having too many problems playing through it. I certainly don't remember it crashing on me the first time I went through it. That's something we gotta get. Oh, okay. I can get back up there, right? Like, it is going to be able to get okay. I didn't mean. Oh, do I? Oh, hang on, maybe I have to work my way back up. You notice Halo's walking in deep water animation there? That's handy. And then up through here. Oh, this is the core. Now we have to override it. So this will be fun. So that bellow back thing is what we have to actually fight. But what we need to do first is start that battle. The way we do that is by going up here. All the way up, yeah. Okay, and override this. The magic magic override button. The good news is the game checkpoints here, so if we die, we're still going to be okay. Manufacture some fire arrows, but bellowbacks, as I recall, are pretty volatile to fire. Also, there's like a million freaking watches. Maybe I should have dealt with all the watches first, eh? I'm sure bellowbacks are vulnerable to fire. Ow. Oh, right, it's actually weak to precision. Right, okay, yeah. I misread the symbol. I must have misread the symbol. Hit it hard enough, it will actually set itself on fire. Now, we've got all of the watches to worry about as well, though, so... Oh, whoa, settle down, guys. Oh, wow, okay. It's exactly predicting where I'm going to get, which is awesome. That 3-hit combo gets work done. So I believe there are mushrooms and stuff we can pick up in this arena as well, so we should be able to deal with that. So you might think this is a boss fight, but these guys are actually just regular enemies that you have to take on at some points. They actually do just roam around outside. I really want to set that up. Maybe I should be using the tripcaster. That's not a bad option. What I should be doing is killing that guy. Oh. Okay, that's not what she dealt with, and we leveled up.
Out already?
I'm convinced that I can set that on fire. I'm pretty convinced that this will set on fire. No, look how little fire damage is actually building up there. Like, it's not even building, is it really? Oh. That's not doing anything. Got 2 healing potions still. I'll play one of those now. There we go. That's how you hurt it. That's how you set it on fire. You blow up its back. Got to hit it with those precision arrows. Oh, it gets very mad at you for doing that. You've got the area undead that you can do as well. Okay, I am out of heals. Relying on my invincibility frame right now. And I suppose also my ability to manufacture precision arrows. To hit that area under its that green. Faked it out. I hit on the face, so that's good. Tear blast arrows would be great for this. Because tear blast arrows are just great. Oh, okay, that's a problem. That's okay. I'm sure there's mushrooms in here somewhere. Oh, stay still, damn you! Oh, leave me hell. Okay. That might kill it. The fire damage from that might not kill it. Okay. I'm just gonna have to keep hitting it with just gonna have to keep hitting it with these arrows. Which let's be honest, doing a lot of damage to it. Oh nice! Oh wow! Wow. Okay, we beat it. Oh boy, that was a good fight. And we got a 41% shot coil, which isn't too bad. Now, I did notice too, before we go any further, I did notice there was a purple icon coming out of one of these sort of pyramid chest places here. So I'm just going to run around briefly and see if I can figure out where that was. Where was that? No, not there. Yeah, there it is. Now, I saw this before during the fight. I made a mental note to come back and grab it, which I've now done. Anyway, let's override this and get out of here. Nice.
Information
Override this.
machines. This will help me overwrite them.
Yep. And we get a skill point for that as well. And a slow lift right up. Okay, so now we've got Sigma overrides available as well. Oh, and that rises up to this section here, which is the entrance. Which we're now back at. So that's really neat. And we got a core log. Which is just that. And while we're here, we have 3 skill points, so we can... In order to do this, we need disarm trap, and then we can get that. So that took less time than I thought it was going to, actually. So now what? Oh yeah, okay. So now we can head over to there and do that. So I'll start making my way in a that way direction. The really nice thing about all that is that the load in there was all seamless too. You just enter, the load times are all nice and hidden. And I forget what I can override now. I think if I go into the notebook and look at the machine catalog, it will not indicate to me what I can override. I think I need to look at... Yeah, okay, so you can see there where it says Cauldron PSI overrides, override unlocked. So yeah, that I can override. These, now I've got the Sigma overrides, I can override the grazers. And I can override the scrappers as well, which is really handy, but I don't think I can override sawtooths yet. Yeah, I can override sawtooths. Okay. So I've got sawtooths done, but we don't have fire bellowbacks, which is what we fought in there, by the way. It's odd that the thing you fight in there is not something you can actually unlock. And we definitely... We can't you can never override corruptors. Yeah, it's one of the creatures you can't override. Same with, well, tallnecks can be override. They actually, PSI overrides unlock tallnecks as well. And yeah. But obviously overriding tallnecks isn't really handy. And of course, corrupted machines we can't override at all. So, but otherwise, that's all really handy. And obviously, we'll encounter all these. Yeah, there really are only these kind of machine types, but that's fine. Like it doesn't feel like a limited amount. Like the way they're used and stuff. And we actually saw a couple of machine types in there that we haven't encountered in the game yet.
Can't be too prepared.
I'm gonna need some serious health work. Actually, I wonder if I have. Where's my traps and potions? Let's manufacture some health potions. Oh, we can make one. That helps. And there's a fire over there too, so we'll light that while we're here. Grab all these ridgewoods. Yeah, we'll progress. This gorgeous morning. The sun comes up. Was that health down there? No. Okay. That might be health there though. Yep. Nice.
Need them soon enough.
There are upgrades that will sort of make transferring medicine to your health bar more efficient. Like, it'll make it faster. I think it also means that you need less medicine per point of health. So stuff like that does exist as well. At the moment, we're just going to be going to our next destination via every medicinal herb we can find, and probably a couple of bits of ridgewood too. Don't really need shock wax. Oh, I hit that. That was cheating. Hey, that fox, I didn't kill it. Oh, that must have been what I hit. I was going to say, I didn't kill that fox, but it must have been... Because I did hit something,
Tough,
but it wasn't
but I'm used to it.
Wasn't the thing I thought it was. Now, this is a corrupted area. Remember we talked about corrupted areas? We did the quest. That looks like one in there, I think. Oh, it's not a morning, it's an afternoon. It's the sun's setting. We spent all day in that cauldron. We must spend all day in that cauldron. This is one of those points where the waypointing can get a little bit confusing. Like, you do actually have to keep going this way, but it's moved you already off to the side area there. That's okay. We'll get there. Also, I feel like I should point out the game isn't just like this snowy forest area. Oh, hello. You are a mount. There is a skill upgrade that basically gives you a permanent, always overridden strider too.
Yeah.
Of course, I have that ability now too, which is really handy. Hey, remember I was talking about bellowbacks before? Oh wow, this is a corrupted zone. It's a corrupted zone with a bellowback. Do I want to deal with that bellowback? Really don't. But we're going to have to go past it to get to where we need to go. Okay, Strider, you and me have a mad dash to safety to make. Come on. We need to get through here without getting caught by that bellowback. It's coming for us. I think we're going to be okay. Yep, we're okay. Nice, good work. Got through safely. And there's a campfire here, so let me just pull up off my trusty steed. So here I'll activate the campfire and then we'll have a cutscene. In fact, we're going to have a cutscene after we activate the campfire, so that's cool.
Devil's Grief. Foreboding sight, huh?
Don't you ever wonder what it used to look like? Back when the old ones lived here.
You're not like other Nora.
That's what they tell me.
War Chief? Our scouts found enemy camps in the ruins, guarding the approach to the Ring of Metal.
Then we should hit those camps first. Make sure they stay quiet.
Agreed. Wipe out the camps, and our enemies in the Ring of Metal won't see us coming.
I'll take out the alarms.
We'll send Braves to each camp to lie in wait. What you start, they'll help finish.
Okay.
Braves! It is time. Time to fight. Time to kill. Maybe time to die. We will regroup there, at the base of the tallest tower. Then, to the Ring of Metal and vengeance. Today, we break taboo to honor our dead and punish our enemies. Blood spilled for blood spilled. May All Mother forgive our trespass, and if not, may she lay her wrath solely upon me. Now, to battle.
Okay, this actually seems like a good spot to leave it. I only really had about an hour to stream today, and I think we're pretty much approaching an hour. If not, we've already hit an hour. And that's about all the time I've got to do a stream for today. And I obviously won't be streaming again probably till Monday if I get some time. But yeah, mostly I won't be streaming today. So yeah, I'm going to have to leave it here for today, unfortunately, but that's fine. I had morning engagements and then I got caught up in watching the Game Awards, which I wasn't going to do, but well. But yeah, I'm going to... What I should do, I suppose, is make a full save here, which we'll do. A manual save. So we'll do that, and then we will... yes, I do. And then, yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. So thank you all for watching, and I will very likely see you all next week. And obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, I will see you in the next video. Which should happen at some point soon. So, thank you all for watching.